Okay, we're 4 minutes off of the UK GBP. This morning I went short and added to my swing trade position on the back of this 50 EMA break on the 60-minute chart. There's the pullback, there's the trend line, so it ticked a lot of boxes. Obviously on my 60-minute trade I've taken half off at 159 because I already had 68 points in profit. We have not got RSI on the 60 minutes, but we have got oversold on the 15 minutes. Very oversold down here. We could stay oversold for quite a while. 3 minutes off the data. Now my plan for the day. Can't see your questions. Let me get right. Okay. Plan for the day is, to be honest, just to manage my position. Let's just put the fibs on this. Well, I don't need the fibs on it. I mean, we've broken this area here. May well get about, if the data is poor and this pound's going to sell off, may well get a bounce up here to 59.20, but on the face of it this just looks as if they are not going to hold it. If you're not short this, you know, we're 2 minutes off the data and it's just continuing to fall hard. The expectations are obviously for how many people are actually short on this 60-minute setup? Quick show of hands. You often get setups like this in the run up to big data like this. Just got to be careful. You know, we've seen a 50, 60 point gap in data like this only the other week, so just got to be very careful. If you had gone into this, you're better off with a guaranteed stop. If the market is surprised by the data, this could flip. You know, I've taken half off at 159. I've got a stop to break even, right, and we're still selling off. So I mean, there's no, as far as I'm concerned, there's no re-entries in this. No re-entries, you just got to stay put. So with data must be out now. So I am 130 points up so far, and I'm going to move my stop now to just below 159.20. Yeah, basically not a lot to say really. You know, there's just no way you can get in on these charts. They're way too extended to go short here. If you hadn't have taken that 60-minute setup, then you just need to stand aside and watch, unfortunately. We're getting a very low RSI reading down here, but still not colour change. Yeah, seeing as we are so oversold down here and we've had such a big move already, there is a case for taking profits off. Nothing wrong with taking profits. You know, if you're in this, you've had a decent run. So we're 2 minutes after the data is coming out. No idea what the data says. Obviously we're close to 158 now. So my swing short is working out really, really well. You know, it could be that the markets have found their level. I mean, I suspect this would not want to stop dropping until at least 158. We're 158.24 now. Markets I think will like the round number. What was your entry in this, guys? The guys who took it, what was your entry? Okay, so we've hit targets then. Economy contracting, yeah. Wow, that is not good. Oh, no, the expectation was 0.5 and got minus 0.5, is that right? Well, if that's correct, then the UK is in trouble. Right, the UK is in trouble then. Bank of England are probably going to have to step up quantitative easing. So the only person in the room, you entered 15952. 15952. Right, good. Right up there. Okay, 15952. Sorry, 59. Wow. Okay, decent profits, Rowan. Decent profits. So you're coming up, you're not a million miles away from 200 points profit. Just watch out for 158. You know, this is really terrible news, and we see back in October we had a similar situation, and I think it was about 380 points from memory. Can you see why I kept my swing short, guys? And last night I said, look at that bar. In the Traders Roundtable, I said, look at that bar will create a big downdraft. And so this big downdraft is playing out. Let me just look around the market and see what else I've got. So I've got a weakness in the euro yen, but holding that 50 EMA. I've taken some profits off of the 50 EMA. Got to stop to break even. Yeah, it's small profits, but when I'm managing other trades, I just want to sit there. Right, my New Zealand US is coming back some. Very nice reversal setups up here on the New Zealand US. Been long since 75.20, so still with 100 plus points profit in there. Euro US, this to me is all over. I think we will see a lot of short pressure. The euro pound must be running up. Yeah, running up very, very nicely. That's a nice one. Look at this consolidation pattern. Just drifted across to the 8 EMA, came across. Nice break up and retest of 85.22. That's 100 points up from that level. Right, we're currently just about to retest 158. I've said this to you before, if you ever see a trend line, I remember saying this very, very clearly, if you ever see a trend line like this, and you get a breakdown, just sit in it. Because a breakdown of this pattern, I remember the last time the pound dropped hard, it was exactly the same setup. Exactly the same. So put that in your digital library, maybe you can print a copy out and put it above your screen, because if you ever see that's why I'm short the CAD yen. See my CAD yen working out, exactly the same setup. Here's my trend line, here's the trend line break, here's the 50 EMA setup, very similar to the pound. So getting a little bit of a follow through on the CAD yen, but as Andy said, it's not a great daily chart, but it is nonetheless a short setup, just not anticipating any major runs. Right, we're getting a little bit of a bounce in the pound. We were just shy, 5 points short of 158. If you took it off at 5 points short of 158, and there's no shame in taking profits, far from it. It's a good tactic to take profits if you're a trader trying to make a living. If you are still in this, you might want to lock a lot more profits in. We are very extended. Look at this level now, 158.40. One tactic could be just to sit above 158.50 with your remainder, because that's a point where it could bounce back to 58.66. Right, I'm just going to sit here and manage my trade. Nothing much more I can say now. What I don't want to do is sit here and chat and bore you. But a good day's trading. Well done to all those who took it. If you didn't take it, don't worry, there'll be plenty more where this came from. Not in the immediate future, but as we go on. But like I said, it's a classical, good technical setup, and good to trade. Let's just see what the oil's doing. Very, very shallow pullback so far, but obviously when the pit's open, still expecting possible bounce to 88.44, which will be a good place to get short. This is a setup I was talking about before that we saw on the currency that before it fell off. What else? Now, this could shake the markets. This could really, negative growth in the economy like the UK could create a lot of fear in these markets. On this Nasdaq, we are just above the selling bars here. If we get back below here today, then this could spell a bit of trouble for the Nasdaq. Look at that, we've gone back through the trend line, but let's just see what happens today. Right, anybody got any questions? Any questions? So this is what the room's going to be like when Trade the Easy Way has got its fully operational room. This is what we're going to be looking at. In the future, I will, as from next week, as from the 1st of February, I'll be opening up the room on a morning like this much earlier. I did Skype in the room this morning. That 60-minute setup. So already sort of getting the room ready, prepared for much greater level of support from TradeTheEasyWay.com. This is just one piece of the jigsaw for the new TradeTheEasyWay.com to try and help you build your profit levels. If you build your profit levels, then you may want to look at other markets. We're getting back down to 158. So my swing short is acting very, very nicely. As with a lot of counter trend trades, it does sometimes take 2-3 days to work out. So I was very happy to sit in that trade and that short. Obviously intraday I've been taking moves down to the 8 EMA and bouncing up, etc. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to lock in some profits and just let this one try and run. I'm actually going logging. I've been logging for a while. And thanks for joining me, guys, and I will post the video up. This is what the pound versus US dollar looks like now. After this is a 60 minutes still on the left, daily on the right. We have got the 50 EMA at 157.25, which is the target for my short. My short of when I took this bar here on the video, that shooting star, the gap to the 8-day moving average. Didn't get stopped out. It's taken me 4 days to get down here. We're not down there yet, but we are close. Counter trend trades often take time. In the meantime, I've taken money out of the market on these moves to the 8 EMA down here. But that bar last night, as I called it in the round table that we're running every Monday night, I called that a short up there. I was in a swing short with a pound anyway, so nice profits. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope that helps. Email me any questions.